What are you guys talking about? What are you guys talking about? All right. We are going to now have a we're going to talk about boxing. You know, something is going on where I can't see like the chat questions on my screens, but I can see them on my phone. I wonder what is that? What is that? That's something new. Let me pause that. So, you see the title of the video. We are going to live control room. Let's see live control room. Okay, can I see the chat? Where's the chat? We're gonna wait for some more people to get here. We're going to talk about Mayweather Pacquiao II. I have to give an address to the what is called the YouTube boxing community, but I'm not in it, so fuck them. It is Luis Ortiz versus Malik Scott fight week. It is Danny Garcia versus Samuel Vargas fight week, which is a very, very dangerous fight for Danny Garcia, by the way. And we have Kovalev versus Ward next week. And basically, we have a nice solid month of boxing. A nice solid month of boxing. So I don't know why I can't. Something's going on with both. Like something's going on with YouTube where I can't. I have to look on my phone to see like the chat questions. So I don't know what's up with that. What's up with that? So, if you don't know, I am TstreeT Controversy. This is TstreeT Controversy Live. I cover every single major fight live. And I am back pumping out videos consistently. The goal is to put out 50 plus videos a month. I'm a little behind because we are back. I'm a little behind because I've been well, it's all the stuff is not in yet. But I'm looking, it looks like Trump is winning the election right now. But this was happening at the last election too. This was happening at the last election too, where Obama was down to Mitt Romney earlier. But let me share this video around and wait for some more people to get here. I can see your questions in the chat on my phone. Live now. Link in bio. So just hang in there. Give me a couple of minutes. Relax. We're going to be here for a couple of hours. Relax. We're going to be here for a couple of hours. And of course, we're going to talk where live. Damn it. We're going to talk boxing. So we have so many different topics to talk about, but let me try to fix this. Let me open up another tab. Do it that way. Close these out. Open that up. My bad. I'm getting used to all the different crap I got. I don't want to call it crap, but this is the stuff I usually do. Damn it. What's that? F11? This is the stuff I usually do while I'm like playing music in the background and everything. I'm usually getting like stuff like set up. You know? There it is. I can see the chat now. Okay. Why is it not working like that? Why is it not working? All right. Okay, so I can see the chat now. Didn't Scott take a dive against Wilder? Yes, I do think he did. I do think that he took a dive. Okay. All right, I can see the chat now. Okay, we can start. I wonder why it's like that. Wonder why it's like that. So, launching a website, all the behind the scenes stuff is done on my part. I've been building my life for the last, or more so conditioning myself in my life over the last um several months to be able to be a consistent website. Because to do news, it's pretty much a 24-hour job. So if there's some breaking news or anything that happens, or if anything goes on, I have to, either me or one of my colleagues, we have to type an article and I have to do a video. So people have been harassing me for like months. Like, when's the website going to be done? When is it going to be done? It's a process like where, okay, for example, right? Um, if I would have launched the website in, June, July, August, September, or anything like that, there would have been days where there would not have been. I wanted to be to a point where there's a constant flow of content, and my lifestyle has to fit that to be able to do that. So as you know, as I talked about in the previous video, I'm in a very, very nasty custody battle, and I finally have those things in I have everything being taken care of. So now it's just time to, be successful. It's either two things in life. It's either fail or succeed. It's either fail or succeed. Or you say, want to see the business cards? Business cards are tight. Business cards are tight. You can't read the back, but business cards are tight. Everybody like them. They look at them and they be like, oh, it's either fail or succeed. So, I am out to be credible boxing media. I want when people I want when people like when they watch my videos, I want them to know that I'm a regular guy and that those days of like suit and tie are dead. It's this thing that people think that in order for, somebody to be credible, they have to have a suit and tie on. You know? But that's not the way anymore. But now you have like what is, I feel, a cancer, what is a bacteria, a flesh-eating bacteria, which is like a flesh-eating bacteria where I'm trying to figure out how to word it the best way I can. I'm trying to figure out the word it the best way I can. Where you have boxing reporters, I guess. I can't call them journalists, but you have like boxing reporters who, for whatever reason, they're like females. Their emotions get too involved in the news that they give. They have large fan bases and they don't tell the truth. And the thing is, they know the truth. Or more so, I don't know why they do it. Personally, I don't know why they do it. I don't know why these people can't tell the truth. Or more so, why this whole race thing got to be involved so much. Why? What do they have to prove? Is it, I try to say to myself, it's like, okay, all right, they need the money. And in order to get the money, they have to satisfy the fan bases that they built. Or that demographic of fan base that they've built. And I'm not using that term demographic like Steve Kim and all of them. I'm talking about as far as they built a certain fan base that they can't go against that fan base. I remember when people would say, "Oh, this guy would never say nothing bad about Manny Pacquiao." I've been got rid of that whole nonsense. I've been got rid of that whole nonsense. I don't care if people unsubscribe. Because if you unsubscribe, then that means it wasn't, I don't think it was something I did. I believe it was because you just didn't want to, hear the truth. I have no allegiance to no boxer, no promoter, no manager, no network, no nothing. But I think, right, our goal, if you make revenue off of YouTube videos, if you make money off of YouTube videos, right? I feel that you should give back to the sport. So I'm hearing I'm hearing of these boxing channels who are talking about how they don't buy the fights. Excuse my language. Excuse my language. But what kind of fucking shit is that? You cover the sport. You ask for donations. You talk all this shit and you want everybody to take you credible. To my some see guys, I told you should have listened to me. They don't buy the fights. And then you do whole shit for views. I don't get it. I don't get it. And the bad part about it is the people that listen to these people, they really think like they know what they be talking about. Like, yo, tell them, brother, I've been seeing this for so long. It's been going on. The barge looking ass niggas. I think it's just, I'm like, it's outrageous. It's like, how does You ask for donations, bro. Where the donations going? Where I know the election the election stuff is on in the background. I'm watching it. I'm like, oh my god. But it's like, where are the where the donations going? Or you have this constant racial narrative. I am talking about, y'all know who I'm talking about. Y'all, like, do y'all really? I will say their names. I have no issues in saying their names. I did it already. I've said their names many times. But it's like, and it's crazy because they do good work. They do good work. They do good interviews. But yet, when they do the interviews, right? When they do interviews, right? They'll talk shit about the boxers and the managers and the promoters on their videos, but then when they do like the interviews of them, they suck them off. It's like, you was right there with him. Why didn't you ask him that right there? Yo, I don't know what be going on out. I don't know what's going on out here in this so-called YouTube box community. These motherfuckers is fucked up. You know how embarrassed I would be, right? You know how I would embarrassed I would be if I was to meet somebody of importance and they say, "Well, why did you put full fight in your? If it's not the full fight, what can you answer that for me?" I like, but yet you want to be taken credible. What happened was YouTube is not paying like they used to. SJ Fish, he's somehow clear the air. Yo, dude, you must be new. I've been saying these dudes' names. You must be new, bro. I just be scared that they're gonna rat on me and report me, and I just be scared they're gonna report me. You knew, SJ Fish, you knew. Please clear the air. Drop the names. I'm not no bitch. You got the wrong dude, bro. But I just think like, okay, all right, let me get back to the point I was making. Why does this keep coming on?
9:36 p.m. Eastern Time.
It's a spook in here, a ghost or something. YouTube changed the way they pay. So what happened was, you get people who they'll get one video or two videos that pop, and they're like, "Oh, I'm eating. Oh shit, I'm eating. Party over here, party over here," and they quit their day job. And then when we get like a little drought in boxing, like we had over the last like few months, couple months, they got to start doing a whole shit for views. You see what I'm saying? They got to start doing like a whole. They got to start doing whole shit for views. And it's like, yo, you do good work. You get good interviews. Or you do good videos. But it's like, why do you got to do the whole shit? And what it is it's like each channel, right? Even if you have 10 subscribers or you have 50, you are helping the sport of boxing. But when you don't research or when you don't tell all the information that you know to try to please your fan base, it's like, yo, you're not helping. You're not helping. And then that's why you have boxers, or when they do interviews and shit, they have to ask dumbass questions. Don't get me wrong, Travis Gotti, my homie, he cool. But that whole Kovalev gloves loaded shit, you got Andre Ward addressing it, and he like, they know better. They know there's no way his gloves can be loaded. You know how hard it is to load gloves these days? But they be, you can't really knock like the hustle. I understand. It's like, you're doing it for the bread. But then don't try to come off and act like like you this extra credible person that you be telling the shit like it is when you're not, when you don't. Or you know what I hate? And it's not just one boxing channel I'm talking about, it's a couple of them. And that's why I can't watch people shit. Something that happened, right? And then see, you should have listened to me. I told you so. Y'all should have listened to me, guys. I told you so. That's female shit, right? That's female shit. That's female shit. That's female shit. You can't compare channels like IFL to things I do. They're totally different. You can't compare. It's certain channels you can't compare. For example, you can't compare Kobe to Shaq. You see what I'm saying? Two different positions. It's two different positions. You can't. So, truth be told, I was never in a YouTube boxing community. I didn't even know that was. They act like I don't even exist. Nigga, I don't even exist. And of course, they will never, ever, 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 ever mention my name. The closest somebody came to mentioning my name was Carcino when I had beef a few years ago, like 3 years ago or 4 years ago with blood boxing. And you know how he addressed me? Yeah, I seen the guy with the hat videos a few times. A few times. Nigga, you know my name. But guess what? I'll say Boxing Ego. I'll say Dante's Boxing Nation. I'll say Thunderdome Boxing. I'll say motherfucking, who else is it? Yeah, I would love for somebody to mention my name. Invite me on your show. I would love it. Oh, I would love it. I would love to be in a debate with some of these dudes. They can come on my show. I'll come on your show. But it won't happen. It won't happen. It won't happen. I just think like, man, of course I said their name. I mean, I'm not afraid. What am I afraid of? I'm afraid of the barge or the corn fat dude. The corn fat dude. Don't get me wrong. I need to generate revenue. That's why, I'm getting back on my grind. That's why I'm getting back on my grind. But no, me and the boxing voice cool. That's different. That's different. Me and the boxing voice cool. We work together. So don't try to start no shit. Me and the boxing voice, I have weed. We cool. In fact, they're the only channel on the East Coast I respect. I gotta calm down. My breathing is all messed up. I ain't been making no money on this channel for a long ass time. For a long, 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 long time. But I'm tired of it, yo. I'm tired of having to clean up these dudes' messes. When they say dumbass shit, or they don't tell the shit like it is, I'm tired of cleaning up their messes. I'm tired of cleaning up their messes. I make about $100 a month. Not even that. Barely, because I don't do no videos. And then when I do videos, I play music. So imagine if I do 10 videos a month and I play video and music in 9 videos. Exactly. Yeah, I shouldn't have answered that question about him asking about my bread, but I don't care. I don't make no bread. I want people to know that I'm not in it for the mean. I have to generate revenue going forward, but that's not why I started this. It's not why I started this. But somebody's got to call him out on it, because nobody's calling him out on it. I mean, somebody said, I'm seeing that Michael Montero called him out on it. I haven't watched the video yet. I'm gonna watch it later on tonight, but I haven't watched it yet. But it's got to stop. Anytime you hear that Kathy Duva is the grand wizard mistress, some old shit. I'm like, oh no, these dudes is out of control. But yet, these are the people who, for some reason, are considered credible. And the bad part about it is that I feel you have an obligation to educate boxing fans. But you're not educating boxing fans if you're being biased. It's being biased, Did you hear some of these people videos? They be pissed. They be pissed. They be just talking about any old thing. Why does this keep doing this? Oh, Bluetooth. It's cancer. This YouTube boxing community shit is cancer, because the people who are leading the YouTube boxing community, they're bigots. And their information is racially motivated and racially fueled. But they know how to get the subscribers, and they know how to get people to listen to them. I haven't seen Boxing Wave in a long time. Is he still doing videos? Yeah, we cool. I haven't seen him in a while. I haven't seen him in a while. The number one people right now, and when I say YouTube boxing community, my guess is you can't count the channels like IFL. You can't count the channels like Eli Sekback. You can't count Fight Hub. You can't even count, Fight Hype. 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 You can't even count, Fight Hype Even though they be on some crazy ass shit too. But we know they need that Mayweather money. That Mayweather money looking funny in the light, you know? But I'm talking about the people that do videos. For example, I'm one of the only people, now that I really think about it, I'm one of the only people at this level where you can see the person. You can see the person. It's YouTube, and you got so many people doing like this. What is it? Like the radio shit where they'll sit there and they'll talk and they'll have like the different images. The shit Boxing Eagle do. To me, that's not talent. No disrespect. He's very good at what he does. That graphic shit, all that shit, that's talent. But it's like, yo, you know how much of a killing I would make if I just sat here in my motherfucking drawers, you know? If I sat here in my drawers, right? And I just sat here and just looked at shit and said, well, you know, such and such did this and he's looking very huge. That's easy work. But that's cheap. It's cheap. It's cheap. I'm not gonna lie. I get really heated when people say they don't buy the fights. Don't get me wrong. There's fights I have to stream. Box Nation fights, I have to stream them. If I can pay that little $12 or $14 a month for Box Nation, trust me, I would. If you see the dumbass shit I pay for that I don't even use, motherfucking Netflix, Hulu, motherfucking Amazon Prime, GameFly. I've been paying for GameFly for like fucking 3 years. Don't even play no games. I don't like going to boxing events. How many times I gotta tell y'all? I really don't care for going to boxing events. The stress level is just too damn high. I don't care about going to boxing events. So when I hear people say, I didn't buy the fight, but then they'll say at the beginning of these videos, you know, hey guys, all donations are welcome. Motherfucker, where's the donations going? Are you getting new equipment? You getting a new set? Where the donations going? It's already bad that you're cheating by putting that full fight shit in your fucking titles and try to fucking maneuver it. Did you notice? I've been getting to him. He's starting to change his titles and shit. Before it used to be just full fight. Then it went to fucking full fight chat. There was full fight recap. Nigga, I'm not stupid. Nigga, I'm not stupid. I'm not stupid. No, don't tell me to go to boxing events. No, I'm not. That's not what I'm about. I'm going to send people to boxing events. People that will enjoy the boxing events better than I do. You know, there's people that enjoy going to the boxing events. I don't. So therefore, I will send people. You can't order Sky Sports in the US. You can't. I tried. It's the currency thing, and also with like the networks. The way it works is you can't. You'll get like a black screen. You can't do it. I tried. I tried to sign up with my card for Box Nation. You can't do it. You can't do it. They gotta fix it somehow, some way. They can't do it. No, the thing is, I can never work with none of them because for one, they act like I don't even exist, and also I don't respect their work. Is that something? I don't respect that they work. I don't respect it. Lots of people don't pay and support boxing we need. But at the same time, it's like this. I don't listen. If you're a boxing fan, right? A fan, I can't argue with you about not buying the fights. But if you make money off the sport, it's like give back. That's what I'm talking about. This shit is a tax write-off. It's a tax write-off. I don't need any more exposure. What do I need exposure for? I know the formula to get subs and all that without even doing interviews or going to fights. I know how to do all. I know how to. I don't need. But I need. That's not exposure that I need. In fact, it costs me more money to go to fights. It costs me money to go to fights. This is a form of disrespect. SBN mentioned your name early today about this same topic. I don't even know who that is. And SJ Fish, you seem like you some type of spy or something. Who are you, bro? Speak your mind. I've been to fights. The credentials are hanging right in the back of me. I've been to fights. But put it this way. They can say all they want about me. What they gonna do? They can say all they want about me. But listen, there's no strings on me. Nobody's pulling my strings. I say what I want when I want. What can they say? What dirt does anybody have on me? Especially after the video I just did. What dirt does anybody have on me? There's a saying, and I feel that everybody should abide by it. Leave nothing for anyone to threaten you with or use over you or hold over your head. Nothing. I am not new to this. I am not new to this. I'm going to get to the UK. My goal is to be to the UK is, before the summer or during the summer, because I have things in place now, so that I can, travel and shit. But I don't want to be going, I'm not going to be traveling all these fights, spending all, no, I don't know. Especially when I can have somebody go to the fight that will enjoy the fight better than I do. There's people that genuinely enjoy going to these fights. I don't. I don't. I don't. But this needs to stop. It needs to stop. It needs to stop. It needs to stop. And I've been watching these people and observing these people for months. And I just be wondering, like, why do they say these things? Where do they come from with this stuff? What joy do they get out of spreading this rhetoric? When did all this? Did you notice that when it comes to certain channels, race is involved with? If there's a non-black boxer, right? It's with it's everyone now. It's everyone now. Everyone. You're gonna be. It's race with everyone now. Everyone. Also, you have to understand that with these promoters and everything, they don't like when you tell these people. Listen, eventually, them people that talk, if they're gonna put it this way, if people want to get to fights, right, and you're telling people to stream fights, maybe that's why people not going. Maybe that's why certain people not going to fights. Them promoters don't like that shit when they go look at one of your videos and they see that your video is really, really popular, and then they hear you say, "Oh, I ain't about to fight." They're like, "Well, hold up." It's unprofessional. Now, me, I've already told you guys, when it comes to my shows, I am going. Damn, I want to talk to her. I am going for I am going for the Howard Stern look of boxing. Give me 1 minute. I'm going for the Howard Stern look of boxing, which means that even though I got all this stuff now, over the next year, definitely within the next year, all this stuff is going to evolve. I'm going to have weekly guests at the podcast launching. What's risky? They will blackball you quick. What do you mean? I have the podcast launching, and I'm going. I want to have a show where boxers or managers or promoters or whoever come on and say whatever you want. Come on and say whatever you want. I've already talked to Angel about it. I had a nice behind the scenes talk to him about it, to where I would invite him over, get him some crab legs, and we just sit there and chill. Or I meet him somewhere, we go out and we chill. And he just talk whatever he want. And that's what I'm gonna have. I'm gonna have I'm gonna have this Skype, with people. No, Blog Talk Radio. Blog Talk Radio. Because in this day and age, I gotta do, you gotta be different. Everybody's doing the same shit. You gotta be different. You gotta be different. You gotta be different. I've been planning this for the last 3 years. Like when, I got out of rehab and I said, I'm going to take this boxing shit seriously. I got a whole business plan written up and documents on documents on documents of plans and all that. Are you going to fact check their bullshit? Of course. Because see what it is eventually it's going to get to a point where boxers and all of them, they're going to come to me. I'm not going to go to them. They're going to come to me when they want to get heard. Ooh, they're going to come to me when they want to get heard. So it's like, you're not going to give me the runaround when I ask you a question. Because another reason why I don't like doing interviews is because they already tell you shit that you already know. They tell you shit that you already know. Bo Citra, you are about to get blocked. That's the second time you asked me how much money and I make, and I told you how much money I make. So now you're just trolling. Listen, I'm not no weirdo. I know how to spot weird niggas like y'all. This is your last warning. Don't get blocked. I already answered that question. But numbers are up over the last couple of weeks. Numbers are up. I even showed all the stuff in a previous video. I gotta calm down with the asthma. I don't get it. Maybe it's just me, but why do boxing channels have to go at each other? Why can't talent speak for itself? Well, it's like this. It's not that it's like this. What's going on? It's I don't see anybody coming at each other. It's just that what's going on has to stop. You know how long people was harassing me? Like just coming at me like, oh, you living in your mom's basement, or you're broke living off the YouTube money, or you don't get to no fights, so who wants to live and listen to you? I've dealt with it, so now I'm giving it back. I dealt with it, so now I'm giving it back. Yeah, see, I can't get my promoter's license because what would be the point? My plan is to be a promoter in the future, but my goal was I underestimated it. I do cover women's boxing. It's just that women's boxing don't be televised. I'm going to cover the Clarissa Shields fight. You can block. I don't give a fuck. I didn't get an answer. I answered it. Just go back and rewind. I don't block people just for dumb shit. I block them when they on some weirdo shit. You see what I'm saying? When you on like weird, shit, that's when I block you. So I'm not going to just block you just because of that. You're just going to have to go back and rewind. But I answered the question. I made like, fuck it. I'll motherfucking show you. You think I give a fuck? Let me show you. Let me show you. Let me see. Put this over here. Okay. Put this down over here. There we go. Make sure no crazy information. Okay. I'll leave this one time. So as you can see, I'm creeping back up. I have a big spike from last week. But it's not a lot of money in this shit. Unless I did whole shit, like put full fight in my titles, then I'd be eating. I'll be eating. But y'all don't make no money from this shit. I stopped making videos on a regular. I explained it in my last video. Even though the video's 3.5 hours long, even though it's only 3.5 hours long, well, it is more than 3.5 hours long. I would never do that whole shit, putting full fight in my titles. I tried it once, and I was like, my God, the power. I was like, my God. If I did that, especially with what I know about YouTube, I would have been past all these dudes. But I was like, my God, the power. If you put like it doesn't work for smaller channels, but a channel like mine, I would never start drinking and get on my videos. Don't be disrespectful. Yes, correct. When you put music in your videos, also, when you put music in your videos, you don't get paid for it. So over the last several months, I was probably only getting paid for probably like 10, 20% of my videos. Yeah, I did. I put it in the what was it? It was a Holly Holm fight, wasn't it? When I put the full fight in, I believe it was. Let me see. I forgot which video that was when I put the full fight in it. This is when I first got back to like doing videos a little bit consistently. And I was looking like, my God, this shit is powerful. But it only works like when your channel is at a certain like level. Is it a channel when you're a certain level? I can't really explain like the full details to you. What was it? Let me see. Let me see if I can share it. There we go. I forgot which video I used it for. Which video did I use it for? It was a popular video, wasn't it? Oh, I took it down. I remember. I remember now. Hold up. I'm going to find it for you guys. How do I find it? Video manager. Oh no, wrong bar. Privated it. This one. It's on private. As you can see, that's what the little lock mean. See that? And look what I did. Full fight results. It's something about when you put full fight that if I would have did it with this video, it would have gotten. It's something about when you put those two words together, and everybody knows it. You know, the main people on YouTube that cover, they know it. They know. But what happened was, let me tell you how I started using. Let me tell you the true story on why I started using full post-fight results. Because a certain somebody one night had the same titles as me. And the video was only 2 minutes long, and my video was 15 minutes long. And I was like, oh, no, we're not going to have that. I was like, we're not going to have that. But there's something about when you put those two words together. That your video gets shot up, you know, like high. For example, go in right now and type in what? Type in Pacquiao versus Vargas full fight. Go and type in Golovkin versus Brook full fight. Just name some fights. Go do some experimenting. Go do some experiment. Go do some research. Go do some research and see who be popping up. Go do some research. Go do some research. Now, of course, they'll try to say, oh, well, you should know that it's not the full fight because the video was only a few minutes long. No, it don't work like that. You get what's called that. Okay, if you don't watch a fight, right? If you don't watch a fight, right? Or you miss a fight, where's the first place you go to look for a fight? You go to YouTube. What do you type in when you go to YouTube to look for a fight? You type in such and such full fight. Now, if you're not paying attention, and you'd be surprised how many visitors YouTube have every day that are new, that they'll click like and not look at the time and not think, they'll click like, oh yeah, full fight. Click it, and they'll be like, oh, you son of a bitch. This is not the full fight, you scumbag. And then what the person to do is, whose video it is, they'll get a whole bunch of dislikes. They'll get a whole bunch of dislikes. And they'll take down your ability to like or dislike the video. And then another thing you got to look at is you got to look at the lack of negative comments. Correct. YouTube rewards retention, not clicks now. No, put it this way. It's the formula is different than it used to be before Google purchased YouTube. But using full fight is also a good marketing technique because what it is let's say, for example, you get 10 new people to watch your video. Even though they may be pissed off, they'll say, oh, okay, well, this is not the full fight, but wait a minute. This guy, knows what he's talking about. So even though it's whole shit, you're going to still gain subscribers from doing it. You see what I'm saying? Because there's going to be some people that are going to be pissed off, but they'll still say, okay, all right, this guy's cool. And they'll click subscribe. No, you can't report videos for misleading titles anymore. Not like it used to be. You can't do that no more. You can't do that no more. You can't do that no more. They don't care about it. They don't care. YouTube don't care about it no more. But what makes me mad is it's like, you going through all this stuff and doing all this stuff, but you're not buying the fights, and then you're not even really telling the shit like it is. So I'm honest with you. Truth be told, I don't respect none of them. I don't. Because it don't take no work. And all they do is, if it's not me or somebody else or each other, they all bite off each other and steal each other's shit. You know? Pussy, did I finally get him? Like, it's an epidemic. It's an epidemic. But what time is it? Oh, yeah. Okay, it's time. We got 2 more minutes left. Yeah, it's time to talk about some boxing. I don't know why I'm burning up, man. Burning up. Burning up. I'm actually signed with Daily Motion. I'm supposed to be putting videos out on Daily Motion, like at least 5 a week. Correct. They spread bullshit, and their subs going to spread more bullshit, because see what it is you may have people who just watch your videos only, right? So therefore, they look up to you and they take what you say seriously. And then what they do is they spread that shit to their homies, and tell them, well, such and such said this, and I'm telling you, he's the best on YouTube, and he, yada, yada, yada. And that's how that shit starts. If you really want to really think about it, it's crazy that despite what you think about the Golovkin, right? A lot of the hate that he gets started with these motherfuckers here on YouTube. It's crazy. That's how bad it is that these people are affecting the boxing's career, the boxers' careers. It's bad where, and I love Al Heyman to death, but it's bad that where these same people don't give Al Heyman the criticism that he deserves when he needs to be criticized, because they want to keep, for what? And then you have another situation of the female opportunists in boxing. The female opportunists, the females that think, oh, I'm pretty and everything, and I'm just gonna come in out of boxing out of nowhere and just cover it. And no, I'm literally disgusted with this YouTube boxing shit. I'm disgusted by it. I'm disgusted by it. But all right, I pretty much did my rants and raving. Now it's time to Damn, all these chat. What's going on with the channel? Something's going on with the chat. No, not Michelle Joy Phelps, because she works. She's at every event. Not her. I'm talking about like some other chicks. Damn, I gotta read all these questions. Something happened with it, like this. Something happened. Something's going on. What is going on with YouTube? Hold on, let me read these questions real quick. I'm not talking about people like Christina Poncher. She works for Top Rank. I'm not talking about people like Michelle Joy Phelps. I'm not talking about them. If they work, they work. You see that they work. Phelps is over in the UK like every week, every other week. You see that they work, and they're at every event. I'm just talking about like how there's so many people, and it's a growing amount of people that think that they can just come in and just get on YouTube and just be famous and shit. Or that they can come on YouTube and just, where does that shit come from? People think like, oh, I'm going to get on. For example, I know a guy. He hates my guts. He was on the show one time. He's got his little bullshit YouTube channel, and he's got his little bullshit interviews with Pacquiao and all those people. But guess what? Those videos are like failures. Failures. I gotta turn it. The failures. They think, it's people think they can just come on YouTube and just get a whole bunch of, views. Because listen, don't you know there's people that have like really good interviews with boxers, but they ain't shit because they live in like delusions of grandeur. You feel cool because you got your hat to the back, my nigga. I block weird people like that. I block weird people like that. I block weird people like him. Waste of thought thinking about all of them, T, but I guess you're just venting about the shit that upsets you. Duck you too, Steven. Scumbag. I'm not going to block you, but duck you, bro. Fight hype is a whole different situation. That's a whole different situation. That's a whole different situation. Fight hype, like they're legendary. They have that access to Floyd Mayweather. But at the same time, it's like, yo, would you really, if you had a boxing channel, right? Would you really want to be known as being a channel that's just like known for being what they say a dick eater of one boxer? Would you really want that reputation? I'm in Philly. I wouldn't want that reputation. I wouldn't want that reputation being like known as, Floyd hype. I wouldn't want that reputation. Yeah, that hurt them when Floyd said that all lives matter shit. That shit hurt. That shit hurt them. That hurt their souls. That hurt their souls. What do you mean, Jesus? What are you talking about? What do you mean? What do you mean? What are you talking about? Do y'all understand that, like, you may not see it, but there's like so many questions just like right here. And plus, I'm looking at analytics too. There's so many questions. What about Precise Presenter? Yeah, I made a comment about a Precise Presenter the other day in my video, and people thought I was coming at him, but I wasn't. They thought I was coming at him, but I wasn't. I don't know where they got that from. I talked to the Barbershop Conversations dude before. He was on this channel. He seemed like a cool dude. But at the same time, his homie is on. I can't, I'm old school. I'm old school. So it's like, if you want some clown shit, then I got to think all your homies is clowns too. You see what I'm saying? You know, so I'm old school. He's cool, but the company he keep is, I'm keeping up with the election. It's on in the background. It's on in the background. It's on in the background. But I just want, and I know it's not going to happen, but I just want all this shit to stop. Now I'm not saying that if some fucking racist ass shit go down, don't not call it out. But it's like, goddamn, everything is race related. Like I remember when I first heard. I remember when I first heard. I remember when I first heard that HBO had forced Andre Ward to move up to 175 to keep him away from Golovkin. That may be true. But when you go look at the research and when you hear Andre Ward out of his own mouth say, like, no, that's not, no, that didn't happen like that. That's when I'm like, oh, all right, I see what you was trying to do. Or when these reporters try to put words in the boxers' mouths, and then the boxers say, no, that didn't happen. I'd be just like that's what you get at trying to do that dumbass shit. Trying to put these words in the boxers' mouths and shit. You know, HBO is racist. They're holding back black fighters. Like they didn't put Crawford on pay-per-view. Look, I just don't see, right? I just don't see like HBO behind the scenes, like the black fighters. Let's keep them down. The black fighters. Let's keep the black fighters down. Yes. Yes. Like, haha, we just got another black fighter. Let's keep him down. If anything, HBO broadcast Ward versus Alexander Brand. They broadcast Ward versus Alexander Brand. Hell yeah, HBO having a rough ass time right now. HBO having a rough ass time. But supposedly the boxing, the budget cuts are supposed to get better when the new fiscal year starts. I don't know when it starts, but the boxing budget is supposed to get better. But I thought at one point in time HBO Boxing was going out of business, but no, they just cut like the money for that shit. They was having a lot of fights, flopping. Not just on pay-per-view, but like television fights that wasn't getting good ratings. But I do think Andre Ward should have stopped Alexander Brand. Some weirdo the other day said that why, Ward is new to 175. And it's like, do you know that was Alexander Brand's first fight at 175? I feel that he shouldn't have went the distance with no Alexander Brand. It's my personal opinion. I feel he shouldn't have went the distance with Alexander Brand. No, the Pacquiao Vargas numbers and pay-per-view numbers don't usually come out until the week after the replay. In this case, there won't be a replay because it's not on HBO. But you can expect for some news on pay-per-view numbers to come out next week sometime. But the thing is, since it's top rank, right, we don't know what the pay-per-view numbers are going to be. And if they do come out, There's no such thing. Like official pay-per-view numbers are only released when they're successful. So therefore, you may have somebody that say, "Oh, it only did 85,000 buys." You have somebody else says, "Well, it did 150." They're gonna have somebody else who's gonna overshoot it and said, it did 400,000 pay-per-view buys. I like the card. I like the fight. I like the card. I think that was a good card. I think that was a good card. Yeah, they be inflating the shit out the numbers. But I think that was a good card. Honestly, I was entertained. I didn't really like the Valdez fight too much. I wanted it to be over, but I was entertained, yo. I think that was a good card. And then the fact that Floyd showed up, it made it like more meaningful in my opinion. I think that was a good card. Like I enjoyed that card. The Donaire Magdaleno fight, that was good. Pacquiao versus Vargas was good. Mostly the reason why Pacquiao versus Vargas was good was because we wanted to really see if Pacquiao was like still had it. Now, come on, Pacquiao old now. He's gonna be 38 next month. He's gonna be 38 next month. His punch output has dropped severely. He's a boxer now. The guy went from throwing 1,000 punches a fight to 400. He's a boxer now. Mm. But you can tell he's still weary of that right hand. You can tell he don't like taking those right hands. You could tell he be scared. Marquez took a piece of him, yo. Marquez took a chunk of his heart. Marquez took a nice chunk of his heart. Yup, the punch output dropped after that KO. Can Oscar Valdez wipe the division? Valdez is 135, right? Or 140. Valdez is 135, right? Valdez is 135, if I'm correct. 126? You sure? If it's 126, then no. I don't think he can. I don't think he can. No, this 126, now that Lomachenko's not there and Walters is not there, then yes, I think he can wipe the 126. The card, honestly, I don't think that card was a weak card, honestly. I think Valdez can give Frampton some problems because Frampton is a very small boxer. Lee Selby is a huge boxer for 126. Gary Russell, I'm not too sure about Gary Russell. I'm not too sure about Gary Russell because remember, if you really look at it, Gary Russell only had two big fights, and that was Lomachenko and that was Johnny Gonzalez. And how do you really view Johnny Gonzalez? You know? But yo, I don't think that was a bad card. I was hyped. I was hyped. I was hyped. Yo, listen, we seen some bad cards this year. Canelo versus Smith was a bad card. Canelo versus Khan was a bad card. This was better. Pacquiao versus Bradley 3 was a bad card. This was the best pay-per-view card, in my opinion, of the year. I'm talking about overall card. You can't knock that. You can't knock that. Mikey Garcia fights either next month or January. I think it's January against Dejan Zlotnick. I think he fights next year against either January, either on that January card or that card next month. Of course, I seen it. Of course, I seen a Chisora versus White Gloves a Raw video. Come on, don't ask no questions like that, bro. I did a video on it. Mikey's in the January fight. Okay, yeah, I get it confused because I know. So Mikey's on the card with Frampton, right? Mikey's on the card with Frampton. Yeah, okay, I got you. Yeah, that's the January Vegas card. That's a January Vegas card. That's a January Vegas card. The January Vegas card. Yeah, Mikey's fighting the Jan Cannon. Who do I got? A Lomachenko Walters. Now that's going to be a good ass fight. It all depends. Okay, Lomachenko, when he fought Orlando Salido, we saw that Orlando Salido's low blows. Obviously, he castrated him, but also his what was it? Like he was so much. He was bigger. So Nicholas Walters can beat you the fuck up. And he can walk you down. But Lomachenko, it seems as though even though the competition hasn't been top quality, he's getting better each fight. Yeah, that's true. Walters couldn't even deal with Salter. That is true. And also, Walters has had all this time off. Walters had all this time off. Yeah, that was messed up. What happened to Roman Gonzalez trainer? That is scary. I'm trying to keep up with the selection. If Trump win, Hillary gonna be pissed. If Trump win, Hillary gonna be pissed. See, the thing is, Nonito Donaire is a very good boxer as long as he's not going up against a pressure fighter. Nonito Donaire is a very good boxer as far as he hits you with clean, crisp punches. Donaire will hit you with, he will be the more cleaner, or what is called the more cleaner, effective punching. But if he goes up against a pressure fighter, because he's not in that pressure fighting mode anymore, then, he can lose. But he will, he can, Donaire will hit you with some clean ass shots. Yeah, I'm watching the election now. Right now, I mean, Trump is winning, but remember, if you remember with Romney and Obama, Romney was leading just like this too. And it was scary. Romney was leading just like this too. But man, oh man, if Hillary lose, no, that's what Rosado don't need. Gabriel Rosado doesn't need a vacation. How is he overworked? I mean, you want to count BKB? I mean, well, oh yeah, he did fight 3 times this year, Claudia. That other fight where he was like getting his ass whooped, and then this one Monroe fight. Yeah, Salido gave Lomachenko that welcome to the big leagues motherfucker whooping. Salido just ring vetted the shit out of him. And the thing about Rosado is he always still gonna be a fan favorite. Rosado can lose every fight and fans gonna still want to see him fight. Yeah, that was a horrible fight. But what did you expect? What did you expect from Rosado Monroe? I'm starting to feel better, I think, but I'm scared to walk. Because if I get up, that's when I start fucking getting fucked up. That's when I start getting fucked up. So for those who were here for that last video I did, I texted video to my baby mom. I want her to watch the whole video. She's probably watching this now. I want you to watch. I'm going to get my child from you. I am not afraid of you. You're not going to control my life anymore. And you're going to lose. So go ahead, try to frame me again. I dare you. I double dog dare you. You will know what the inside of a jail cell feels like this time. Jesse Hart versus Peter Quillen. That's a tough fight. That's a tough fight. I don't know if Jesse would KO Quillen, especially after what happened with Jesse Hart in that fight. Which one was that? The one earlier this year where he almost lost in the 12th round? I don't know, man. I don't know. You know, I'm glad they're doing what they're doing with Jesse Hart because they was getting ready to put him, up there for a title shot, and they slowed him back down and was like, all right, we're gonna, you got some things to work on. You got some shit to work on. So I like that they're doing that. I like that they're doing that because he was right there close to getting a WBO title shot against Gilberto Ramirez, but they brought him back down. They brought him back down like a couple levels and said, hold up, you got to brush up on some things, bro. You got to brush up on some things. But 2017 is his year. He's got to get a title shot in 2017. So I hope he worked on whatever he worked on. I didn't even see his last fight. I got to watch that. It should be on YouTube now. I'm going to watch that. I think the chat is late because I see some of you guys' questions coming in or your answers to some of the things I'm saying. And I think it's late. Chavez fight the beginning of next month. Chavez Jr. is back. He's fighting the beginning of next month in Mexico. In Mexico. One of my favorite fights to watch is Klitschko Lennox Lewis. No, it's definitely not lagging. It should not be. Let me check. It definitely shouldn't be lagging. It definitely shouldn't be lagging. Because this right here, it's wired. This is a wired connection. So it shouldn't be lagging. It's wired. Sorry as shit. Yeah, nothing should be lagging because this is a wired connection. All my other stuff is all wireless, but this desktop is wired connection. Fury, you know what they did for Tyson Fury? They gave him a good situation. Basically, since he of course you gotta watch, you gotta enjoy Gotti versus Ward. But what it is Barrera versus Hamed. I remember I saw that live, not at the fight, but the night it came on. They gave Tyson Fury a good situation. They're like, okay, listen, we know you're going through some shit. So basically, vacate the belts, and when you come back, we'll give you a high ranking. We may not make you the number one contender, but we'll give you a high ranking. So I say if he comes back, probably like the end of 2017. But the thing is, Tyson Fury the type of dude that even though he's young, he may look old. Tyson Fury, like 27, 28? Is that we don't want him to get too fat, man. We don't want him to get too fat. So I think truth be told, he can sit out the whole 2017 and be cool because he's still young. But I think, he should come back like September or so of 2017. But because if you look at it, he hasn't fought since last year this time. So it'll be almost 2 years off, but he's been doing coke and shit, living a life full of sin. It's such a waste of talent, man. Well, it's not a waste yet. I don't got no motherfucking Metro PCS, motherfucker. I got nigga. Go check my Instagram, bro. I don't got no motherfucking Metro. There's nothing wrong with Metro though. I had a Cricket before years ago when it first came out.
Yeah, Rigo is breaking. You know what? No, Fury is not in a mental hospital, and I think he should have went to a hospital. He's not in a mental hospital, or more so, he didn't go to like rehab. I understand, like because with the way he was talking about, he was doing coke. It's like, damn, bro, like you ain't go to rehab or nothing. You ain't go to rehab or nothing. I didn't hear nothing about Anthony Joshua. He did confirm that David Price had knocked him down. But when it comes to what's his name again? Lawrence Okali? Lawrence Okali? Okay, apparently the rumor is Anthony Joshua got knocked down and hurt really badly, basically knocked out in sparring by this young 6'5" cruiserweight named Lawrence Okali. Is it Lawrence? I can look it up. I'm just being lazy. And apparently it was really, really bad. My personal opinion is Anthony Joshua is putting on too much muscle. Why? Why do you need all that? And what's up with your head movement? Anthony Joshua has some head movement issues, some upper body, not him, some upper body movement issues. I feel that Anthony Joshua can beat Deontay Wilder because Deontay Wilder has a suspect chin. But also, what if Deontay Wilder catches? What if Deontay Wilder plays keep away? Because in my opinion, I feel Deontay Wilder is the more mobile fighter. What if Deontay Wilder plays keep away? And throws those wild ass right hands at him. One thing about Deontay Wilder, whether you like him or not, or whether you think he got a bad chin, you don't want to get hit by that shit he be throwing at you, all that wild, crazy shit. You don't want to get hit by that. And remember, the plan was for Wilder versus Joshua for July of 2017. But now that's got pushed back. Word is, I've heard this from somebody on the inside, is that word is Deontay Wilder is trying to do some maneuvering to fight another voluntary when he comes back. But Alexander Povetkin and his team is not going to have that, especially if Povetkin beats Stavern. They're not having that. Wilder said he wanted to be 250, but he can't again. He can't gain. I can understand that. Yeah, I thought Spielka was dead. The way his arms twisted all around and shit, I thought he was done. But one thing about Wilder now is Wilder has hand issues. Remember, he messed his hand up twice in 1 year. And now he's got the plates and shit in his hands. Because you know why? His punch mechanics is all fucked up. That is true. When Wilder fought like a real boxer, he did go 12 rounds. But see, I know what they're trying to do with Wilder. I said it before. They're trying to get him all these voluntaries, to have him fighting all these voluntaries, to make as much money as he possibly can, because he was heavily predicted to lose to Alexander Povetkin. So they said, well, before you probably get knocked out, let's make you all this money that we possibly can. Come on, I peeped it. And now he's in a situation that when he comes off an injury, they're like, bro, we can't do nothing for you. You gotta fight Bermain Stavern or Alexander Povetkin. We can't give you no more voluntaries. Wilder versus Joshua is a 50-50 fight to me. You know why? Because both of them have somewhat of a suspect chin. However, Wilder's chin is more suspect. But yet, Joshua hasn't fought anyone of the skill level as a Joshua hasn't fought anyone of the skill level of a Wilder. I like Shannon Briggs, yo. He's done an excellent job marketing himself, but watching his fights over the last 2 years, yo, oh my god, they're so horrible. They're horrible. Eddie Hearn and Sky want Fury banned and Vlad reinstated as WBA IBO. No, you're way. That's old news, Barry. That's old news. The WBA has approved for if Anthony Joshua beats Eric Molina, the WBA has approved for Joshua versus Klitschko for the WBA Super in March. So that's old news, bro. It's old news. Briggs will beat Wilder off of power, yes. But yo, like Shannon Briggs, all he has is like the power. Dude, mobility and everything is shot. But yo, he's done a. Of course, that bullshit IBO is going to be on the line. Why are we asking about the IBO? That bullshit belt. No. Now you tripping, Bo. Wilder couldn't fight Briggs because Briggs was not ranked by the WBC. He couldn't fight Briggs because Briggs was not ranked by the WBC. That's the real number one reason. He told me he breathing like a dragon. You tired as shit, Shannon Briggs. While Shannon Briggs was not ranked by the WBC. That's why he couldn't fight him. Who is next for Ortiz at a heavyweight? He's supposed to be fighting on the Anthony Joshua card after Malik Scott. If he beats Malik Scott, they kind of disrespected Malik Scott for that. If he beats Malik Scott, they have him already scheduled to fight on the Anthony Joshua Eric Molina card. You know, so don't think that Eddie Hearn is going to put Luis Ortiz in with Anthony Joshua anytime soon. That fight might not happen until 2018. And that's for real. It doesn't work like that. You got to think like these promoters think. Team offered the money and Briggs agreed to the fight. Listen, if Deontay Wilder would have took that fight with Shannon Briggs, money or not, you were wrong, bro. You were wrong. If he would have took that fight, he would have been stripped of his title. When you're a champion, unless you get a special exemption, like Danny Garcia did for the Samuel Vargas fight, and Deontay Wilder couldn't do it because he already had 2 prior voluntaries that he used up. You have to fight somebody in the top 15 of your organization, whether you're the WBC, IBF, WB, or WBO. You have to fight somebody in the top 15. Correct, exactly. Promoters, Cardi knows promoters got to grow their fighters to the best promotional potential. Exactly. You got to, that's a promoter's job. You sign with a promoter. His job is to build you up and get you as much money, build you to the super fight, and build you up enough to a super fight to whereas, and if you lose, you'll still be a big enough name to fight again. That's bad business if Eddie Hearn says, oh yeah, I'm going to sign Luis Ortiz and I'm going to put him right there with Anthony Joshua. Don't work like that. And believe it or not, he may not even want to put him in there against Anthony Joshua. He may try to send him after another champion. Y'all got to know y'all boxing rules, yo. I be studying that shit. Y'all got to know y'all rules, yo. I know all the WBO rules, all the WBA, all the WBC, all that. You got to know your boxing rules. Because then if you know your boxing rules, you're not going to be saying dumbass shit. You're not going to be saying dumbass shit. That's how you can usually, or I know I can, that's how I can pick and know, oh yeah, he's going to fight this guy, not this guy, or fight this guy, not this one. WBA situation at 168. Somebody at 168. The belt just changed hands. That's a fight I got to watch like tonight or tomorrow. I think Danny Garcia could beat Keith Thurman, but Keith Thurman will also be the hardest puncher Danny Garcia has fought. So how will Danny Garcia can react to one of those clean ass shots? You see what I'm saying? Yeah. Okay. There. Well, Okay. Yeah. The regular belt. Okay. Yeah. I gotta watch that fight. No, there's not supposed to be a super belt. I want to see how Danny Garcia, reacts to one of those clean ass shots. Keith Thurman will hit you with some clean shit. And who has Danny Garcia fought that would hit him with some clean punches? I'm talking about this since he's been champion. What fighter with power has he fought? But at the same time, I know people mad at Danny Garcia, because he ain't been fighting top level competition. But yo, you don't want to stand in front of dude. Dude will punch the shit out you with that left hook, with that blind left hook. Danny Garcia will punch the shit out you with that blind ass left hook. And his body work is crazy. You don't want to stand in front of Danny Garcia. And also, Danny Garcia is a fighter who doesn't fight on the back foot. So he's constantly coming at you. He's constantly coming at you. Who not going to fight? The Thurman Garcia signed. It's signed. They already announced the date and everything. Khan in the WBC, Khan was injured. And also remember, a unification comes before a mandatory. So when Khan comes back, if he's really smart, or if he really is tough as he say he is, then when he comes back, he'll be able to fight the winner of Thurman versus Garcia for 2 belts. You see what I'm saying? And then he still got that depth. Gotta spit in 1 minute. He'll be able to fight the winner of for 2 belts. And then he still got that that big Kell Brook fight out there. And word is, I'm really heavily hearing, and if he does this, he's already the man for fighting Golovkin. So I don't know why people say he would be afraid of Spence. But word is, Kell Brook is really preparing to fight Errol Spence. He is really preparing to fight Errol Spence. And word is he's going to make big money for it. That's crazy. Word is Kell Brook is really trying to make that ooh. Trump is winning, yo. But there's still plenty time. What do you mean you reckon Spence is going to travel? Spence has to travel. He's the challenger. And Al Heyman doesn't have the same clout that he did before. Spence has to travel. Spence has to, but I can't make up any excuses for Kell Brook, but I know that he has to get a lot of respect if he goes down and make that 147 again to fight Errol Spence, because that 147 has been killing him for a long time. But what I've learned about Kell Brook after watching him over the years is that dude is really not only he really on some I'm trying to test and make sure I'm great type shit. And just like with the Golovkin situation, just like with Errol Spence, like if he lose, it's still a win-win situation for him because they're going to be like, yo, he phony. Brook can still make 147, but yo, it'll be a motherfucking, he gonna be in some motherfucking shit trouble making that 147. He can make 147, but you know, it's gonna be a hassle for him. And he gonna damn near be dead. He gonna damn near be dead. Are you saying Thurman got more power than Matisse? Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Name top welterweights you think Spence beats. See, it's hard because Spence has a fought anybody. You see what I'm saying? So he's got like that hype around it. We know that he's good. We see that he's good, but who is he really fought? You know? Yeah, Brooke is going like a motherfucking skeleton. He's going like a crackhead at that weigh-in. But the fact that he's willing to do that to himself, you know? The fact that he's willing to do that self, I feel that if Kell Brooks stayed at 154, he would beat. Which one is it? Which one is it? Is it WBC Charlo? He would beat WBC Charlo, not IBF Charlo. Or is it the other way around? Which was the one that was having the trouble in the last fight? That was WBC Charlo, right? The one that was losing to John Jackson? If you really think that Spence, I mean, if you wait, why would Brook break himself for Spence when I heard he could have got the Khan fight for double pay? If you really believe that Amir Khan, that fight was on, don't believe that, bro. Amir Khan don't want that fight. Amir Khan don't want that fight. Amir Khan did something really great by fighting Canelo. But yo, the pressure fighting Charlo, which is the IBF Charlo, is better than the more boxer puncher Jamal Charlo. The one that Julian Williams is fighting is the better Charlo, in my opinion. In my opinion. Well, one thing about the IBF is you can't do no cherry picking when it comes to the IBF. There's only limited cherry picking you can do, depending on the rankings. But the IBF is the most stringent of all the organizations. So which means if they give you a mandatory, you know you have to fight that mandatory, but they will strip your motherfucking ass. They will strip your ass. They will strip you. So the most strict organizations are the IBF, the WBO, the WBC, and then the WBA. But the WBC is kind of over the WBO, in my opinion, because the WBO is heavily tied to HBO Top Rank and Frank Warren. You know, but the IBF don't fuck around. You know, they will strip the shit out of you unless you tell them. So the reason why I feel they haven't stripped Kell Brook yet is, like, I think Eddie Hearn went to the IBF and said, okay, listen, give us some time. You know, his eye got fucked up. You know, he's gonna fight Errol Spence. So because the IBF don't fuck around, they would have been ordered a purse bid. The IBF don't hold no allegiances. You know what I noticed about Kell Brook? Kell Brook got a chin. Kell Brook got a chin. And he got heart. You know, I understand, you know, whatever. He got some nasty rumors out there about him, about what he does in his free time. But hey, you know, they got the medical extension 3 months. Okay, yeah. Okay, that's good. But, you know, Kell Brook, Kell Brook has a lot of like he get a lot of respect from me, man. Dude is the man for what he, Kell Brook is the man. And remember, that was a good fight between him. As long as it lasted between him and Golovkin, that was a good fight. He was not backing down. And remember what he said at the post-fight interview. He was like, knock me out. Don't stop the fight, knock me out. But, his trainer looked and realized his eye was all fucked up and everything. Remember that uppercut he hit Golovkin with? Oh, if you don't know about the Kell Brook rumors, bro, you need to go look it up. You need to go look it up. You need to go look it up. Many people still want to know how, why did he get stabbed? I know why he got stabbed, but, it's not my place. I fucks with him. So whatever you do outside the ring, bro, hey. 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 But I know he learned this lesson. Dude tried to chop his leg off. Yeah, that scorecard for that was ridiculous. Scorecard was ridiculous. All right, so let's talk about Mayweather Pacquiao. Do you think it's happening? All the writing is on the wall. All the writing is on the wall. All the writing is on the wall. Okay, put it this way. You want to know about the Kell Brook situation? He was on vacation with his family. And he ended up at another man's house in the middle of the night. Something went down, and whoever dude was, he wasn't trying to hear that shit, and dude tried to chop Kell Brook leg off, stabbed the shit out of him. But there's other stuff in too that I'm not going to go any further than that. I'm not going to go no further than that. It's like, yo, I'm not going to go no further than that. But I know. Well, it's like this. Once again, right? Think how promoters think, and think how Floyd Mayweather is probably thinking. You beat Manny Pacquiao already easily. How many rounds did Pacquiao win on your card? Like 2? And the reason why people get mad at me when I bring up that when I say, I don't care about that precise presenter or precise puncher video is because that's not how boxing is scored off of slow motion. You know how many fights we can go back and watch in slow motion and say, oh, this person won? It's not that I'm saying the video is not credible. It's not that I'm not saying that there's not good information in the video. But we can't, that stuff don't count. The stuff don't count. But once again, think how a promoter thinks and thinks how a boxer thinks, right? It would be bad business. And Floyd has told us many times that he's a businessman. It would be bad business to not fight a man for $100 million that you already beat before. At least $100 million that you already beat before. He showed up to the fight. People say, well, Manny invited him. The fuck do that mean? Why was he there? Why was he there? And he's a very smart businessman when it comes to shit like that. His name ain't really been in the media like that. So therefore, oh, wait, what better way to get my name into the media than to show up at a Pacquiao fight? And to leave that window open. And also, it's been heavily rumored that they were negotiating just preliminary terms on the fight last year. Then Al Heyman and Bob Arum settled their lawsuit, and there's a confidentiality agreement And inside sources say that confidentiality agreement says that Mayweather had to be delivered to Pacquiao for a rematch. It's smart business to do what Mayweather did as far as get the 50-0 and everything copyrighted and trademarked. But why not fight a man who didn't look good in his last fight? He won the fight, but he didn't look like he was more dangerous than he was before. And a person that you beat for $100 million, that's not bad business. And yes, I do feel that the window is closed. If the fight doesn't happen in September of next year, then it's not happening. But Mayweather's return date is in May. Remember, if he fights in September, that'll mean that he was off for 2 years. I think that if the fight happens, it happens in May. Because it's May Day. You know, why not get that 50-0 and have that record and also make $100 million plus doing so? Why not? Why not? Against a guy you already beat who has a global following that wants to see the rematch, whether you want to see it or not. Why not? Why not? Think on the business end. Fighting a man that you beat before for $100 million. That's excellent business. It doesn't matter if Floyd is filthy rich. That's $100 million for 36 minutes. What are y'all talking about? That's excellent business. It's not about if he needs more cash. It's no such thing as enough cash. It's no such thing as enough cash. Y'all not thinking right, yo. Y'all not thinking right. A boxing match, at most, what? Each in between round is 12 minutes. A boxing match is 48 minutes. But at the same time, he can fight Danny Garcia. That ain't no $100 million fight. What is Mayweather versus Danny Garcia? 800,000 pay-per-view buys, maybe? Maybe $1 million? What is fighting Golovkin? 1 million pay-per-view buys? Maybe 1, 2. And that's that. I don't even think it's that much. It's nowhere near that much. But yet, you fight Manny Pacquiao in a second fight, anywhere from 1.8 to 2.3 million pay-per-view buys. And that's way more than half lower than the first fight. But guess what? That's still a shitload of motherfucking money. Come on, man. You think that there's people not in his ear? And then the fact that HBO is not involved anymore? You think there's not people in his ear saying, Floyd, well, you can make this and yada, yada, yada. Come on, guys. Come on. The fight makes, come on. Oh my God. Yo. Trump. Wait a minute. It's like Hillary catching up. Who is Hillary? Democrat. Oh, okay, cool. Hillary's catching up. Yeah, I kind of figured this was going to happen because the polls are now closed. Okay, you need 270. Trump is at 187 and Hillary is at 209. I don't like none of them motherfuckers. But I ain't gonna lie. I didn't vote for either or. I voted, but not for either or. Let me read some of these questions. Do you really think Pac-Man was injured the first time? Yes, I do. But it was his dumbass fault for not signing on the thing that he was injured so he can get his fucking cortisone shot. And for those who say they're not going to watch the fight, right? Somebody you know is going to have a barbecue or something. So I don't see it being one of those situations where people are going to be just sitting in the house. My ass is going to be in the house. Well, actually, if they fight again, it's my obligation, my duty to be there. I gotta be there. It's like since I couldn't make the first one, and I've never been to a Floyd or a Pacquiao fight, I gotta be at that one. I gotta pull all strings, and even if I don't want to be there, I gotta pull all the strings and make sure my motherfucking ass is there, even though I motherfucking wouldn't want to be there. But it is what it is. Yeah, and Floyd literally, with those IVs, the IV gate. Come on, man. Damn, girl. Hold on. Yeah, Bill gonna be in the hot and be in the White House with his side chicks again. Hillary love that dude. You know how many bodies Bill got? I'm talking about like sexual. She got like bodies. But word is she lesbian too. Word is she lesbian. Bill happy than the motherfucker. But you know something about Bill Clinton though? Even though a lot of shady stuff was going on, our country had the strongest economy. But also he put a lot of okay, Reagan opened up the floodgates for like all the drugs to get in, but then Bill locked up all the drug dealers. What do you see Trump is winning? Maybe I'm looking because they're flashing at different states. So I'm thinking, is it the over? I'm not paying attention like I should. I'm not paying attention like I should. I'm trying to look at the overall. No, Trump is losing overall. Trump is losing overall. The way they count the votes for the election is not, it doesn't go by how many overall votes you have. But I don't feel like explaining this shit. Look that shit up. Y'all grown. Damn, I gotta kill these motherfuckers. They don't count, even though Trump may have like the overall more votes, it don't count like that. I don't watch none of the news actually. I don't watch Fox or CNN or MSNBC. I get my news off of independent sources on YouTube. They don't tell you the real shit on the news. I don't watch that shit. But I think Mayweather Pacquiao II is happening. I would love to see Pacquiao versus Crawford, but Pacquiao versus Crawford don't make no money. It would be a big fight to us, but it don't make no money. And also, they wouldn't do that to Pacquiao. They wouldn't do that to him. They know that Crawford would be too much. They wouldn't do that to Manning. They wouldn't do that to Manning. Manning fell on his sword for Top Rank. It wasn't Manning that ducked Terrence Crawford. It was his team that ducked Terrence Crawford for Manning. They said, Manning, just say you yada yada yada. The Canelo Pacquiao rumor, that's always been a stupid ass rumor to me because understand the parties involved, right? You're gonna have Bob Arum, Oscar De La Hoya, and Pacquiao and Canelo and Freddie Roach. So imagine, right? If they say, okay, well, we'll come down to 152, which they won't for Pacquiao. But then Freddie Roach will say, well, he can't rehydrate any more than 160 or 165. That fight's not happening. That fight's not happening. And as far as the Mayweather versus Canelo fight, that fight's not happening. They still haven't settled their beef yet. They still haven't settled their beef yet. So that fight's not happening. meaning Golden Boy and Mayweather Promotions and Heyman haven't settled their beef yet. Don't you know? If you don't know, you know what? Let's go read. You know what? Let's go do a little bit of education real quick on boxing. I want to show you guys something. For 2,500, for 25 million, he'll make it. Where you gonna get that 25 million from? You think that Mayweather gonna give Canelo or Golden Boy $25 million for Gaillard? You tripping? You tripping? You tripping? You tripping? Golden Boy and Alan Heyman go to court, and what was that, like March? They're gonna be going to court soon. It's gonna get ugly. It's gonna get ugly, like really, really ugly. You think Golovkin versus Canelo's gonna happen? Yes, but not for no $10 million flat rate. It's not happening for no $10 million flat rate. I say this right. Even though this fight is not as big as Mayweather Pacquiao, you know how much of a fool Pacquiao would have been if he would have took that $40 million, that $40 million flat. You know how much of a fool he would have been to take that. But the sad thing about it is, Canelo is really killing himself to make that 154. He had to get butt ass naked, cinnamon stick all out, pause, no more, to make 154. I knew he was going to get naked. I know. I was like, yo, before the weigh-in, I was like, man, you're not going to make that 154 easy. His ass going to have to get naked. He got naked, butt ass naked up there to make weight. To make weight. Schaefer? Schaefer's actually good for boxing. There was some snake shit he did to Oscar, but I look at it like this: how long was he going to keep putting up with Oscar shit? I know some stories about Oscar, but since his baby mom, like, man, his baby mom cool, so it's certain I can't talk about it. And me and his son cool, so I can't. But it was like, how long was he gonna, put up with that shit of Oscar like going to rehab and before what was at that time the biggest fight in history? Mayweather versus Canelo was the biggest fight in history at that time. And then Oscar in rehab. And Oscar's still out there doing all this, shit with, but his baby mom, she cool as shit. If I was like a little bit older, I'd marry her. I ain't gonna lie. We'd be having words. I ain't talked to her in a long time though. Like it's like a few months. Yeah, I'm excited for UFC 205. I'm supposed to be at Danny Garcia versus Vargas this weekend, but if I don't get better by tomorrow night, I'm not going anywhere. Because I don't want to be there stressing. I don't want to be there stressing, like fucking, just stressing. But what else are we talking about? You know something? It's like this. We were going to give Danny Garcia. This is something that Angel Garcia pointed out to me, and I was too sick to understand what was going on. But Terence Crawford versus John Molina, that's not a good fight. I like John Molina as a person and as a fighter, but that's not like a good fight. That's not a good fight. Because why was we going to give Danny Garcia shit for fighting John Molina, but then not give Terence Crawford shit for fighting John Molina, right? Now I understand that it's short notice, and it was a short notice type fight, and then they needed a fight for Terence Crawford, but it's like, yo, come on, it's not a good fight. But the thing is, on the other end, it was supposed to be Ruslan Provodnikov. But Ruslan Provodnikov lost to John Molina. And then also, John Molina's not signed to Showtime, but Ruslan Provodnikov signed to Showtime. I would have rather seen Ruslan Provodnikov versus Terence Crawford. Terence Crawford would have beat him. But still. And you know what? People joke about Rod Salka and everything, but yo, deep down, like he's really a cool dude. Like, he's a very cool dude. I talk to him too. I've been talking to a lot of boxers, but I don't be like into interviews and stuff. People are like, oh, you talked to such and such yesterday. You should have interviewed him. It's like, why? You sure they're talking about a Provodnikov Matisse rematch? I've been hearing Matisse versus who? Oh, Herrera again. I've been hearing they really want to make that match on HBO for the spring. Who you got? Crawford versus Garcia at 144. Well, no. It's going to have to be at one. We're not going to do no catch weight. And also, Danny Garcia can't make 144. So I know that as a fact. Danny ain't making no 144. But who would I have? See, Terence Crawford takes punches that he's not supposed to be taking. But yet, when he fought Victor Postol, we saw a movement from Terence Crawford that we haven't seen before. So, I don't know. That would really test Danny Garcia's ability to cut off the ring, because Danny Garcia didn't do well cutting off the ring against Lamont Peterson, even though I felt Danny Garcia won.
Rios Ortiz, will it happen? I think so. I actually think Brandon Rios versus Victor Ortiz is going to happen. Oh shit. Yeah, I really think Victor Ortiz and Danny Garcia, not Danny Garcia, Victor Ortiz and Brandon Rios is going to happen because there's nothing stopping the fight from happening. There's nothing politically stopping the fight. The only thing that would stop the fight is if somebody prices themselves out. That's it. Nothing is stopping the fight. Brandon Rios is a free agent, so which means he can fight Al Heyman, PBC fighter. You know, Victor Ortiz. Crawford should go to one. Well, actually, no, Crawford shouldn't go to 147 until he unifies his division or becomes undisputed. And that means he would have to fucking fight Ricky Burns again and take his belt. 140 is right for the taking for it would be bad management. I gotta kill him. He's been harassing me for hours now. It would be bad business, in my opinion, or bad for the legacy of Terrence Crawford for him to move up out of 140, which is a weak division where he can unify the titles. That fight is easy for him to unify. I mean, that outside of course, was it Troy Navansky? But he can unify that division. He can be undisputed in that division. You must haven't seen. Nah, Victor Ortiz is a bitch. You crack him once, he gonna quit. You crack him once, he gonna quit. You crack him once, he done. Oh wow. This race is crazy. This election is crazy. So it's 209, 216 for Trump. It's the first of 270. We might as well just stay here until the new president is announced, right? We might as well stay here till the new president is announced. Khan Ortiz, let's have it. That would be a good fight. But see, another thing about it is when it comes to Amir Khan can beat all of the best 140 and all of the best 147 pounders boxing wise. But guess what? All of them can knock his motherfucking ass out. That's the thing about Amir Khan. Amir Khan will be winning all of his fights on the cards. It's 209, 222 now for Donald Trump. Amir Khan can be winning all of his fights on the card. I mean, all of his fights on the cards and then get knocked the fuck out. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 states left. Heyman has Berto on the shelf, I see. Well, it's like this. He's on the shelf because Andre Berto is a $750,000 to $1 million plus fighter. So you have to think that whoever he fights, depending on the name, has to make that much too. It's all about the money, and also, okay, 228 to 209 for Trump. Honestly, I want Hillary to lose so bad. I don't want Trump to win, but it is what it is. But Hillary, I don't know what's going on with Lamont Peterson. That guy can't get a fight. And as far as Juan Manuel Marquez is concerned, his body's breaking down. His body's breaking down. Yeah, Alvarado's still promoted by Top Rank. Marquez's body is literally breaking down. I wanted to see him versus Miguel Cotto, but he would not budge past Miguel Cotto. He said, fuck 140. He said, fuck 154, fuck 152, fuck 150, fuck 148. You come to 147. He wasn't trying to hear that. Yeah, Marquez's body and his legs is shot. He had knee problems. He's been dealing with knee problems like the last 2 years. Marquez is shot. Who is the next pay-per-view star for Showtime? That's hard to say because none of them. You was honestly, it would be either Danny Garcia or Keith Thurman. Those are the closest. And go ahead, I dare somebody to say Errol Spence. He's not on that level yet. I dare somebody to say Errol Spence. He's not on that level yet. If you're talking about like near future, not distant future. Bradley Cotto is getting some steam only because of Instagram, and you seeing all this shit on social media about people making the posters and shit, but it's really not. Bradley is talking about like how he doesn't want the fight. He don't see no winning. There's no belt on the line, and also, I want to see the fight, but what does the fight really mean? You know, Wilder Stavir rematch. Who wins? Wilder again. Stavir said he lost because he was dehydrated. How you dehydrated and is you in a weight class with no weight limit? And another thing about Errol Spence is to be a real pay-per-view superstar, you gotta have charisma. Errol Spence don't really have charisma. But then again, you could say, Terrence Crawford doesn't either. But we're talking about, you could be a pay-per-view guy, but to be a pay-per-view star. Remember back in the day, is that once you was a pay-per-view fighter, you were a pay-per-view fighter. That means if you fought on HBO or Showtime, that was like a treat. It's not like that no more. It's not like that no more. We used to have multiple pay-per-view fighters back then. Multiple. Now, who is it? Now I'm talking about the A sides of the situation. You have Canelo, definitely guaranteed pay-per-view. Mayweather Pacquiao. That's it. I'm talking about American fighters. That's it. Do TMT have any future pound for pounds in their champ? In their camp? I guess you could say what? Bottle Jack? Bottle Jack? Is it? You saw what he did to fucking Gervonta. He disrespected this. Damn. Did y'all read that? What Mayweather said on Fight Hype about those TMT fighters, those TMT rejects? Correct. Spence boxing skills. A lot of people need to take out of a guy like. Everybody says they wants to be the next Mayweather, but they don't know how to promote themselves. A lot of fighters need to take out of like Shannon Briggs, book. I haven't seen. I only seen Garcia fight like twice. I gotta watch. People been asking me about this fight. I gotta catch up. So by the time that fight happens, I'll have a better understanding. A better understanding. I don't yet. But a lot of people need to take out of not Trump's. I'm saying fucking Trump. Out of Shannon Briggs' book, how he hasn't literally done nothing. But yet, look, everybody knows his name. He hasn't been fighting nobody. But yet his name is known. His name is known. But we're going to be wrapping up in a few minutes. Why people keep asking me if I'm watching CNN? What does it matter? I'm watching it's the election. It's on all the channels. What does it matter if I'm watching CNN? It's on all the channels. Let's not talk about the election. I'm giving you little brief updates on it, but let's not talk about the election. Next pay-per-view star from the UK other than Brooke AJ.
Tyson Fury and Billy Joe Saunders. Billy Joe Saunders could have been a pay-per-view star. He could have been. Like now. You know, I used to be sexy when she. Yo, if you look at Hillary older pictures when she was young, even when she was in the White House with Clinton, she used to be, Hillary used to be bad, Hillary was sexy as fuck. Does Liam Smith ever get media coverage again? Yeah, he will. And if he's smart, he'll have another fight over here in the United States to keep his name still like globally active. Because he gave Canelo a good fight. Remember, before Canelo started beating his body up, he was putting some work on Canelo. In fact, think about it. Who was the last fighter outside of Floyd Mayweather and Erislandy Lara to give Canelo some small problems? But also, who was the last fighter that Canelo fought that roughed him up? Liam Smith was roughing Canelo up. He was laying some hands on Canelo, but he couldn't take Canelo's power. He couldn't take Canelo's power. Oh. So that's something to think about, ladies and gentlemen. That's something to think about. I kind of do want to go to that Danny Garcia fight though, man. It's in Philly. I don't know about tomorrow night. Demetrius Andrade purse bid situation. No, I got to do some more research on that. All I know is there's another one, and if it doesn't happen, then they're going to move on. If they're going to move on to another fight, and he's going to lose his WBA shot. I mean, Demetrius Andrade. Yeah, Hillary just got those hips. But I'm talking about when she was younger, like she was pretty as shit. Like even when I was like when she was, what was that, in the mid 90s, like all the way up to like the 2000s, like the mid 2000s. She was sexy, like pretty, like she may be crazy, and she may be evil as fuck. But Hillary, she wasn't, she was bad. I'm not gonna. Hillary was bad. I don't know if I'm going to be healthy enough to go to the Danny Garcia fight. I don't know if I'm going to be healthy enough. And I'll be going as media. It's not like I'm going to have to pay to get in or anything. But I'm going to have to do all that. I got to work. I'm going to have to work while I'm there. I got to cover the press, the fight. Interview all the fighters after they come from the ring to the back. Then, go to the post-fight press conference. Then rush all the way back here. Do my post-fight video, watch UFC 205. I don't want to end up in a hospital again. So I won't know. I know Hillary out here killing people. I won't know until tomorrow night. Like, I feel like I'm getting better. Put it this way. I wasn't able to talk yesterday. So I can talk, but now I got to use this nut-ass cane I got. Like, if I want to move around, because I'm like, Now, I voted for Johnson. If you really want to be honest. I couldn't just bring myself to give them, either of them people my vote. So I can say I voted. Yeah. Correct. If Hillary is president, shit is. It's like this. If Hillary is president, she's such a hothead that all this crazy shit's gonna go down. But if Donald Trump is president, imagine he meet with somebody, right, overseas, and they say some old shit. He like, man, fuck this shit. I'm out. I'm gonna bomb everybody here. Fuck y'all. I see you when I see you. It's on site. I don't. Like they say, like trusting Trump with those nuclear codes, where he can just have a bad night one night and be like, man, fuck these niggas.
You know, that's what I'm afraid of. But Hillary, she just can't be trusted. But Trump is too much of a hothead. Trump way too much of a hothead. He gonna blur everybody up. But this is a hard. This is a bad election, Mm. You got two evils you got to work. You got to vote for. Mm. It's a bad situation, yo. It's a bad situation. Just imagine one day, right? You just hear all these alarms like, yeah, that's what I was going to say. The Wolf Fallout 5. You hear all these alarms, and all of a sudden, some nukes start hitting us because Trump did some old shit. We have all these rads. I don't even know where the fallout shelter's at. I'll be dead as shit. I got asthma too, because all the medicine gonna be gone. I'd be just bones, yo. I'd be so dead. I'd be dead. I'd be as good as dead. I'd be as good as dead, yo. I'd be dead as shit. I'd be dead as fuck. I'd be just laying there like I'd be so dead. Oh, let me hold on 1 minute, guys. Mm. Yeah. So what were we talking about? The election is not over yet, but wow. Donald Trump is now 16 points away from winning the election. Overall, I just don't like the Dow Jones is down outrageously. So if you have any money anywhere, this is not looking good. But yeah, what are we talking about? Let's wrap this up. We have 8 minutes left, 9 minutes left. So I really want to get the Danny Garcia versus Samuel Vargas. But if I don't get better by tomorrow night, I can't go because I'm going to end up in a hospital over the weekend. You know, and what happens is if I don't like rest like I should, I get like really really sick again, and I just don't feel like go. This asthma shit is painful. Yo, like when you got to take a piss, or when you got to piss sitting down because you too fucking weak to stand up. You got to piss like a bitch. You know. Damn. Shit is crazy out here, right? Shit is crazy out here. But no, I never ordered the pizza. I never ordered the pizza. This one motherfucking I'm gonna get him. I'm gonna get him. What's next for Peralta? We don't know. He's ranked by the WBC now. Nope, asthma's not curable. Asthma's not curable. But see, what it is I have an issue where I need to stop, and that's probably why I need a woman. You know, where I don't take care of myself. Like when you have asthma, right? You have to really like when you have a bad asthma attack, you have to really like rest. You have to really rest. And I haven't been resting. I had a very bad asthma attack about 2.5 weeks ago. And I didn't rest like I should have. And I've been literally sick ever since then. So I can't, I can't keep doing this shit. And when I got out the hospital, on Saturday night at 8 o'clock. The fight came on. The card started at 8, but the main fights didn't start till 9. I did videos all night. I was all drugged up and everything. And that did me in. I was supposed to rest that night. No, I don't drink coffee, but I do drink. What I do is I'll get like a Pepsi or something because caffeine overall helps with asthma. Caffeine overall, and I have no coffee, no nothing. But I can't, I don't want to die one day from this asthma shit. So I don't know how to just chill, I don't know how to just chill. I gotta stop. Like it's painful. And I'd be so mad at myself. Like, how did I let myself get this way? Like when you can't walk, or whenever you're walking and it feels like you're breathing through a straw. No, I didn't get asthma when I was boxing. I got asthma in 2010. I got asthma in 2010. I got asthma in 2010. So it came out of nowhere. It came out of nowhere. But I think there's something in here that exacerbates my asthma. Something, but I noticed is my asthma seasonal. I'll be good, but then once the seasons change, no, I never boxed. I've had some sparring, but I never boxed like a record. I would have got beat the fuck up. I would have got beat the fuck up. I didn't take training seriously. And I was a hothead. Like I was real young and I was real like stupid. So if something didn't go my way, I would like hit somebody low. I was one of them corny dudes. Like if I was losing or getting beat up, I would try to slam somebody. I was real. I can't get him. I was real like, I wasn't disciplined. Yeah, it's something in here, and I don't know what it is. I clean, like, I don't know what it is. But seasonal, seasonal, like I have a bad asthma attack every season. A real bad one every season. A real bad asthma attack every season. I do have a nebulizer, if you mean a bay mask. I have a nebulizer. I nebulize 3 times a day. Sometimes 4. Ooh, Donald Trump is going to win. Yo, Hillary needs like a big comeback. No popcorn ceilings. I definitely. Who still does that? People still have that shit. Popcorn walls. But I'm ending this stream in 4 minutes, so I can go lay my ass down. I'm gonna go pop some shit in the microwave for my pop. I'm not even gonna eat. I'm gonna lay my ass down. But I gotta get down there. That's the hard part, getting down there. It also helps my asthma, sex, but I don't got no girls. I don't got no girls. Got no girls. Got no chicks. Got no chicks. So what's on your mind, guys? Do you like other sports? My number one sports are boxing, basketball, football, mixed martial arts, baseball, then hockey. And that's accurate. It's accurate. I was a bartender for 10 years, so you have to watch all sports. You have to watch all sports. But yeah, it's boxing, basketball, football, mixed martial arts, baseball, and hockey. I don't watch wrestling like that anymore. Example, I don't watch Monday Night Raw or SmackDown. I only watch pay-per-views, and that's because I watch them with my pop. I don't watch none of that. But I need to lay down. I've already no, rugby's not big. I'm American, so those sports are not big over here. Soccer and rugby and all that's not big over here. Do you think Jojo Diaz will break it big enough soon to maybe get a title shot? Yeah, he's in line for a title shot. I just forgot which one, and I don't know which one to look up. That's empty. It's fucking empty. Look, empty pumps. I got so many of them. It's fucking pumps and shit. Look at my beard. It's crazy. I wish I could take this hair and put it on my fucking head. Will Canelo vacate? Yeah, of course he's going to vacate. He's going to vacate and likely fight Billy Joe Saunders. Jose Benavidez is still dealing with that leg shot somebody gave him. Somebody gave him a warning shot. They must know Trump is going to win because they're only showing Trump headquarters, yo. I wonder what Hillary half the party look like. Is your asthma just bad? No, it's a seasonal thing. It's a seasonal thing. My hair is not that bad. I mean, I'm bald as fuck, right? I'm bald as fuck. My hair used to be like really like fucking wavy and shit. I had like really fine quality hair. But, I just got the disease. I got the disease. I got the curse. Fuck no, he didn't clap back. Hell no, Jose Benavidez. I mean, basically, it's like somebody gave him a warning shot, pretty much. So whoever wins Pennsylvania is really close. I started losing my hair at 20, like 22, something like that. I lost it to the point where I couldn't shave it down and all that enough. I stopped like getting haircuts when I was 31, something like that, a couple years ago. So before I was able to get like really, really low cuts. And even now I still do. That's why, like my barber is like a magician. So what he does is, because I don't like having no bald. I don't have no bald ass head. I will never have just like a shiny ass bald head. I will never have a shiny ass bald head. So I got like the Jason Statham going on. Yes, the Kell Brooks story is on the net. I got the Jason Statham going on. Like where I got the hair on the sides and like a little bit up top. A little bit up top. I don't think there's mold here. And it's definitely not asbestos. But I know some type of particles or some shit in the air that be fucking me up. Do you think Kell Brook beats Canelo? Well, Canelo's got some mean hooks. I would never wear a toupee. I would never wear no toupee. Come on, man. I'm balding gracefully. I would never wear no toupee. Because then you got to deal with, what happens if you go out with a chick, right? And y'all go back to your crib to go get it in. And you got to tell her, yeah, so this is a toupee. Mm. Whew. Mm. All right. We have to end this stream. I thank you guys for hanging out. I am TstreeT Controversy. This is TstreeT Controversy Live. I cover every single major fight live. Please subscribe. I'll let you guys know tomorrow when I do my Danny Garcia, Jesse Vargas, and not Jesse Vargas, but Danny Garcia versus Samuel Vargas video. I'm going to be making it to the fight. Because of course I wanted to tell it, because if we smashing them, if the toupee come off, right? But yeah, I'll let you guys know tomorrow if I'm going to be making it to the fight. So it all depends on how I'm feeling tomorrow night and if I'm able to move around and shit. If I can't move around, then I can't go to the fight. What is my next stream? It's going to definitely be this weekend. My next stream is definitely going to be this weekend after all the fights. Got to stream after this weekend, right? Got a stream. Hold up. Wait, let me show you this picture of Hillary real quick before I go. Let me show you this little picture of Hillary real quick before I go. Show this picture of Hillary real quick before I go. Since y'all want to be talking shit. Come on, yo. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Young Hillary could get it. Young Hillary, even 90s Hillary could get it. You tell this hippie Hillary. Come on. Young Hillary? Come on. Not this Hillary. Not old Hillary. But come on, yo. Young Hillary? Phew. Y'all dudes tripping. You can't tell me young Hillary couldn't get it. Young Hillary? Come on. Young Hillary could get the Bozak. I'm sorry. Young Hillary was bad. Young Hillary was bad. That was a bad bitch. That was a bad bitch. And the thing is, she didn't stop looking good until probably like 5, not even 10 years ago. No, of course she's not breathtaking. I ain't say that. I'm just saying, like, yo, she can get it. Of course she's not breathtaking, but yo, she can get it. That's what I'm saying. Y'all tripping. Y'all too picky, man. I'll holler at you dudes later. You guys have a good night. TstreeT Controversy. This is TstreeT Controversy Live. Please subscribe.